The Raymondville ISD Board of Trustees has called a Tax Ratification Election, or TRE, for Tuesday, November 8, 2016. This video has been prepared by the Raymondville ISD. It is factual and is intended to inform the voters of the Raymondville ISD about the upcoming election. It will explain what a TRE is and why the Board of Trustees has called the election. Raymondville ISD has proposed a change in the tax rate for the 2016-2017 school year that will require voter approval. It is important to note this will require a restructuring of the tax rate but will not increase the tax rate you pay. School districts are funded through different sources: local tax dollars, state funding, and federal funding. Local taxes are collected and go into two different funds or pockets: maintenance and operations, or M&O, and interest in sinking, or INS. The M&O pocket pays for the everyday operation of the district, including salaries, books, and building maintenance, while the INS pocket is similar to a mortgage and can only be used to pay the debt on school bonds. The state of Texas funds school districts based on a series of formulas that take into account our local tax rate. Specifically, the higher the local M&O tax rate, the more funding we receive from the state of Texas. Therefore, each additional dollar generated by the local tax rate on the M&O side yields more funding from the state than a dollar generated on the INS side. Our current tax rate is 104 on the M&O side and 2831 on the INS side, for a total tax rate of 13231 for every $100 your property is appraised. Because the school district is requesting to raise its M&O tax rate over 104, the state of Texas requires voter approval. By law, the maximum M&O tax rate is 117, which is 13 cents higher than our current M&O tax rate. In fact, for every $100 we collect with these 13 additional M&O pennies, we gain $331 of additional state aid. So we're able to generate $431, and it only costs us $100 in local taxes. If we don't shift the pennies, we leave the additional state dollars on the table in Austin, Texas, and choose not to bring them to the Raymondville ISD. The Raymondville ISD Board of Trustees has called a Tax Ratification Election, or TRE, to ask the community to consider a change on how we collect taxes in our M&O and INS funds to maximize our state funding. The proposed change would bring the district an estimated additional $800,000 annually under the current finance system, without increasing the tax rate. How is this possible? The Board of Trustees has set the total tax rate at 14531. You will see this amount on the ballot. If a majority votes for the 14531 tax rate adopted by the board, our board has already approved reducing the INS tax rate from 2831 to 1531, returning our overall tax rate to 13231. So basically, voting for the TRE shifts the 13 pennies from the INS pocket to the M&O pocket. The reason for moving the 13 pennies from one pocket to the other is that the state of Texas will give Raymondville ISD more state funding for M&O pennies than for INS or debt pennies. This shift in tax pennies will not cost the taxpayer any additional dollars. It will generate an estimated $800,000 in additional revenue annually. If we don't change the pocket to which these 13 pennies go, the district will not receive this additional funding. Based upon this plan in the upcoming school year, there will be no increase in the Raymondville ISD tax rate whether the Tax Ratification Election passes or fails. The bottom line is this: if the TRE passes, the M&O tax rate will increase to 117, and the INS tax rate will decrease to 1531, which keeps the tax rate at 13231, and the school district will receive an estimated additional $800,000 annually. If the TRE does not pass, the M&O tax rate will remain at 104, and the INS tax rate will remain at 2831, with the same total tax rate of 13231, but the school district will receive no additional funding. Whether the TRE passes or not, the total tax rate will not change. It will remain at 13231. The district and the Board of Trustees have called the Tax Ratification Election but the voters are the ones who decide the outcome of the election. Early voting begins Monday, October 24th, and continues until Friday, November 4th. Election Day is on Tuesday, November 8th, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Voting locations can be found on the district website, as well as administrative and campus offices. All eligible, registered voters are encouraged to become informed and exercise their right to vote in this important election.